Hello YouTube, this is We All Juggle Knives and Flashlights with a review of the Astrolux SC Copper. Has a very nice weighty feel to it because of that copper. You see the tail switch, right? I was so impressed with the Astrolux S1, that light there. Check out my previous review. I was so impressed I decided to try their 14500 battery light, right, in the copper. All right, this comes with a lanyard, a spare O-ring, as well as a spare tail switch assembly. This light has 7 brightness levels, and it's all controlled by that tail switch. You see I'm advancing the brightness with half presses, right? And you can also decrease the brightness with long presses. That's a press for more than half a second. Okay, so you can increase, you can decrease. Maximum lumens on this, 1400. Now this also has a shortcut to the turbo. From the lowest mode, you just long press and it'll go to turbo. Okay, strobe warning, because after the turbo, another long press brings the 3 special modes, the first of which is strobe. Okay, so nice shortcuts there. This is an extremely high quality flashlight. I mean, 1400 lumens. This is the brightest light that takes a 14500 battery that I own. Okay, let's do some demonstration. Going to roll in some outside demo footage, seeing this light in action. Enjoy the footage. Okay, out on the front steps in the middle of the night, just cycling through. As I said, it's got 7 brightness levels, and the brightest is extremely bright. There is the tail switch, right? It glows, so you can find that in the dark. Okay, just transversing. Let's go around to the back. We're going to give you some beam shots on the old testing board. This is more than enough to light your path. It's extremely bright. All right, let's give you some beam shots at close range. Now that is the lowest mode. Okay, you probably couldn't see the lowest mode because it's more moonlight. But there you see I'm advancing it through the 7 brightness levels. And as I said, you can decrease the brightness levels with long presses. Okay, and that's what I'm doing there. Just, 7 brightness levels. You have a brightness level for every possible contingency that you would need. And it's got 3 special modes. Okay, strobe warning. Yep, there's the strobe. Very disorienting. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that. That'll burn your retinas temporarily. Okay, that is the beacon mode. Right? And after the beacon mode, there's another mode that's like, it's continuous with like 3 flashes every once in a while. I don't know what I'd use that for, but it is extremely cool. And we've got some longer range shots coming up. Okay, this is from the 2nd story window. That's where we were. That's my testing board as well as my throwing knife stand. Getting some good range with this light. This light is not necessarily meant as a specialized thrower. It's more of an in-between or a multitasker. But it's so bright that I'm getting very decent range. Look how far that is. Okay, we're going to reach even farther. Yeah, all the way to those chairs in my neighbor's yard. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the range that I can get on this light, especially for how compact it is. The performance of this light, it's as good as an 18650 battery light, and it's only using a 14500, which is like a AA size. Closer landmark there, and it looks like daylight. I mean, that looks like daylight. And some vegetation. Again, zooming back, look at the detail. Yeah, it's a spotlight too. I mean, this is an EDC light, a spotlight. One more very cool thing to show you. Yes, our mascot. This deer was just hanging out with me. Now, you might remember this deer from my last convoy video. I was filming several flashlight tests in one night, and this deer hung out the whole night. Pretty cool. This is the most mellow deer. It just doesn't care. And no, the deer are not bothered by the light. I mean, is a deer bothered by the sun, by daylight? No. They're not going to look directly at it, but this deer is fine. Yeah, gotta love nature, and sometimes it's delicious. No, just kidding. It's a mascot. Alright, but I hope you've enjoyed this footage for this Astrolux light. Yeah, this light is really the king in this category for me. Now to install or replace the battery, you just twist off that tail assembly there. And as I said, that's what that looks like. Takes a 14500 battery. I would recommend an EagleTac battery. I first tried my Olight battery, and I usually like the Olight batteries, but this one didn't work too well. When it got to the highest mode, the battery turned itself off. So in this case, I would recommend EagleTac and not the Olight. There is a lot to like about this light. It is straight up the brightest 14500 that I own. It's even brighter than my Nightcore, which is saying something. The copper is very dense. It gives it a high quality, sturdy feel, and it absorbs heat. So you are going to be able to run this for longer at the highest mode. The regular price is $80, but when I got it, there was a $20 discount coupon, and I will try to get that and include that if I can. So $60, it's well worth it. They do have an aluminum and a steel model, but as I said, that dense copper is going to absorb heat better, so I would recommend the copper. So yeah, very highly recommended. I'll include all the relevant links. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. This has been We All Juggle Knives and Lights.